Okay, gorgeous souls. I'm gonna record a second sort of follow up on a previous podcast episode that I recorded, I think, a couple of months ago already. And that episode was called Wounded Energy. And it was really an inspired action episode. And I got a lot of response on that episode because a lot of women could relate on the topic. And you can of course search for it, but the episode was really about how we are wounded in our energy if it comes to coaching. That we have a lot of how do you say it? Almost traumatizing experiences with hiring coaches or buying online courses, and that we buy it or we hire a coach and it doesn't give us the result that we want, and how that can really wound our energy and also stagnate our growth, because it does something to your energy, right? It does something to your confidence. It makes you sort of doubt yourself and be like, did I make a wrong judgment by hiring this coach, or did I make a wrong judgment buying this course? And so many women could relate, and I can relate myself as well, because it's like automatically that you start doubting yourself. And the whole conclusion of that episode was that really there is no wrong investment, and that you always take those steps because it serves a higher purpose. Always, 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 always. So this time around, I really wanted to record another episode that's sort of on a similar subject, and that is about wounded energy if it comes to what you have previously done in your business. And this is a big one as well, because as you know by now probably, is that I am, if you look at my human design chart, I am a 1-3. So a 1-3, really like the one in me, that's the investigator, but the 3 is like the experimenter, right? I'm the adventurer. I do all these things to sort of like, I just try everything. I just try everything. And I had this super, super interesting conversation today with one of my friends who's also really into human design. Some of you might know her. One second. The baby girl is really tired. It's really hot here as well. We're in Italy right now. Let me see if this is gonna work. Okay, so the 3 in me is really about experimenting, right? And Lou and I had this conversation about my conscious Mars and my unconscious Mars and my conscious Jupiter, and it's all about like how you actually, what is the reason that you actually make money in this world? What is the reason behind it? Which is super, super interesting, because with me, I have the one line. So I make money because of, I want to do charity. I really want to give back to the world. That's like the main reason why I make money. It's so I can give back to the world. We all have a different reason why we actually want to make money, right? So for me, it's the one line. But then we also got to look at like, okay, what is the thing that I should really do to make money? And that is where it becomes very interesting, because that is really, really just creating, really, really sharing my inspired action content. And my inspired action content is, of course, those are my podcasts, those are my rose messages, those are my books, my card decks, those are really the coaching that I do with my one-on-one clients. That is really, really what really, that's what lights me up, right? And then she said something funny, or not funny, it was something that really triggered me, because she said something like, we were just like what the one line really says is like, I'm just supposed to create, and I'm supposed to really hire a team that really brings my work to the larger public. And I have always known that. I actually, a couple of years ago, also hired a complete team. And that was very, very, very interesting experience. And that was with the whole purpose of that was so that I just could create and I could do my thing. And I have never created so much free content in that time because I had the time to do that. And I had a team who would actually market it, right? Who would bring it to the larger public. However, that at that point didn't work out yet. I totally understand right now why that was, because I had some healing to do on like relationships, and that first needed to actually happen. So that's what I mean with everything happens for a purpose, because it's really easy to think like, okay, let me just 1 second. So it's really, really easy to condemn ourselves, right? So for me, it would be very easy to look back at those investments and be like, oh, I invested so much money and it didn't give me what I want. And I invested all this money in like hiring people and it didn't get me where I wanted to, where I wanted it to get me. But now I know it had all to do with divine timing. It was not the divine timing yet. At that point, that needed to happen so I could actually heal some things about relationships, which when like right now the divine timing for this is coming, and now I can actually really take that to the next level because I healed that, like that energy. That's not even the point where I'm recording this. However, it's an example, right? So what I'm supposed to do as a one line is hire people who market my stuff. Like really worrying about strategy or marketing is not it's just not what really lights me up. And that is so interesting because in the past I have thought at a certain level that it did light me up, because because I'm a one, I can really get really enthusiastic about a lot of things because my investigator mode can like get activated and I can dive deep into stuff and I can sort of want to try out things. So that's how it really, like, this is how really marketing sort of got my interest, because when I started my business, I was like, okay, I want to know how to market this. And I started diving deep into it and I got enthusiastic about it. And then I sort of like mistakenly, but not really mistakenly, of course, because it served a purpose, mistakenly maybe, thought that marketing was the thing that I needed to teach. And it's so funny because every time I do something around marketing, I sort of feel inside my bones like, this is not really what you are supposed to do. However, I have done it multiple times, and sometimes I have done really hardcore marketing stuff. Now I have read that I am a one line. I really felt like, oh my God, it makes so much sense, because I really, really don't get like it. Like what really lifts me off is recording these episodes. What really lifts me up is like writing rose messages. What really lifts me up is writing my book, sending those amazing emails out that I'm actually writing now almost every day. That is what really gets me going and what really, really excites me. My heart just opens up when I do that. There is no hidden agenda there. I really do that because, yeah, it's just, I'm supposed to do that. And there's not a part in my cell or bones or whatever that's actually worried about money when I create that content, because I just know the universe does the rest. And that's why I also love my one-on-one coaching so much and my wealth frequency coaching so much, because I actually really just do the energy work there. And I am an energy shifter. That's what I love. I love creating this content in this free playground and just really getting my women, my one-on-one clients to that next level, right? And we have so much fun while we're doing it. I mean, really, that's the best word to describe it. The women I work with one-on-one currently, it's just like such a freaking fun experience. We discover amazing things every week, and yeah, it's amazing to be a part of it. But it was, of course, a little bit like sort of embarrassing to read, like, okay, you are like marketing or like even worrying about strategy is totally not like the thing that you are supposed to do. And that sort of struck something with me, because Lou also said, like, when you started sending out all those marketing emails, that's when you lost me, and that's when I signed out for your mailing list. And I just felt like, oh my God. And I'm like, it triggers a part of us like that feels embarrassed. It's like, oh my God, did I really do that? Oh my God, I did something that was not in line with my human design, and now I should be like, or with my design, I did something and I knew it, like at a deeper level, I knew it, but I still did it. And now I'm supposed to feel embarrassed about it. And I really caught myself feeling that shame, and I even wrote it to Lou. I was like, it's so beautiful, because now it's like such a beautiful invitation to not shame ourselves about the things we've done in the past, because it served a purpose. And then I thought about this episode and was like, wouldn't it be amazing to record this episode about wounded energy, but then about the things we have previously done in our business? So, because I think that can really, really stagnate us when we start feeling embarrassed, because it will be so easy for me to now feel embarrassed and be like, oh my God, I cannot I cannot continue, because I've done things in the past that weren't completely in line with who I am. But that is so not the point of us, like, living and growing and evolving, right? Because if you look at a pearl, the way a pearl actually gets to be a pearl is because of friction. The friction causes the pearl to become a pearl. It's a very beautiful process. And I remember at my first event I ever gave, my first event, I had this goodie bag and I gave everybody a pearl as a reminder that everything serves a purpose, and that the friction actually makes us so beautiful. So I wanted to share this, and I hope that the episode was you were able to follow it, even though my baby girl was also making a lot of sound. But I really hope this strikes something for some of you, and I hope um, I hope it inspires you to keep on going and to not stagnate because of shame of things you may have done in the past that may have not worked, or where you may feel like, oh my God, I've done something that wasn't really, I really felt on a deeper level that it wasn't me, but I still did it. Oh my God, that can cause so much shame. And that can then stagnate us and be like, oh, I'm afraid to go on forward because what will people think of me? But it's not about being perfect. We don't have to be perfect in our business, in our lives. Besides that, business and life is one, so there is no difference. But I just really want this episode to be an invitation to never feel ashamed of everything. And of course you can feel the shame, but please don't identify with it, and don't let it stagnate yourself in your business. We try things, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you have to try things in order to find out that it's actually not what's really lights you up. And that all has to do with conditioning. That's really, really why I love human design and Jinkies so much, because it really helps me. It's not like the information is new. I know it all on a soul level, but by reading it all and by understanding it all on a deeper level, and I'm really, really diving deep at this point, it's it's like understanding at a deeper level, like, oh my God, this makes sense. It's like a confirmation of the thing you all already know on a soul level. That's what it is. And it's really, really a beautiful, beautiful process. And I really, yeah, like I said, I'm doing this currently with all of my one-on-one clients. And it's so, even with the women who are in the Wealth Frequency Mentorship Program, because the Wealth Frequency Mentorship Program is really about just like uplifting your energy. And I have I customized it way more than in the beginning. And it's just so amazing to look at all of your charts and be like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. You are a 1 line or a 2 line or a 3 line or a 4 line. And this is why this doesn't work for you, but that does work for you. And so many portals get opened up. So yeah, I really, really, I love it. And if it feels like it resonates with your soul, I really want to invite you to look into the Wealth Frequency Mentorship Program or my one-on-one coaching, because it is truly a magnificent journey. Don't worry about the pricing for my one-on-one coaching because I am actually currently channeling the prices for my one-on-one offer. So I'm not actually offering the same price to everybody. I'm just feeling like, okay, where are you at in your life, in your business? Where do you want to go? And what price actually feels so aligned right now at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my beautiful journey, like really discovering my human design and jinkies on an even more deeper level. And I'm actually contemplating or actually examining like how I could actually maybe open up a school for children where they actually incorporate human design and jinkies, because I think it will, I really believe we can go next level in this world if we all start embracing our design way more, because we are all raised in such a conditioned way, and that's what it really has kept us small up until this point. But when we actually start embracing who we really are, oh my god, we can go Einstein 2.0 or 10.0. We can really go next level. And I wrote about that also in my book. Like, there is so much more to discover in this world. And I'm just at this point right now that I'm just like, I'm letting go of like the whole concept business versus personal life. It is all one. In my coaching, it is all one. I don't coach on business. I coach on you as a person, as an individual. And we look at you and we look at your design, and we're just going to discover what is it going to take to get you to that next level, to that next step, whatever it is that that next step may be. And then you can actually really live your soul desire. It's really like a journey on your way home. That's what it is. I'm on a journey, like a journey. Yeah, every time I feel like I'm getting closer and closer and closer, and it's really, yeah, it's really beautiful. So I hope that this episode resonates with at least one of you, and that at least one of you right now feels some relief and is like, oh my god, this is exactly what I needed to hear, to let go of the shame and to continue on this beautiful path you have set foot on. And believe me, there is such a beautiful gift that wants to come out of you. And that's very interesting. That is what I will say about it. And then I will end it because my baby girl really needs my attention right now. But the whole reason why I even started the Spirit Marketing course, which is a very good course, by the way. I'm like, it's not that it's not a good course. It is a very good course. But the whole reason why I created it was because Spirit then told me, like, you have to create this so that we can sort of, like, it's like sell them what they want, give them what they need. People want, like, at that point in my business, people wanted the marketing stuff. So I created it. But the whole thing behind it was to get women to realize that there's a gift hidden inside of them. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. And I'm not sure how it's going to really evolve in my business. I'm going to play with it. And I'm not going to say that I'm never ever going to say something about marketing again. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I really felt like recording this episode. So let go of the shame. Embrace yourself fully. Allow yourself to fall, to get back up, to fall, to get back up, and really understand that it all serves a higher purpose and it makes you the most beautiful pearl in the world. Okay, much love. Bye.